stand by. And earlier today, police began a mass ticketing campaign, warning protesters, you must leave the area now. Anyone blocking the streets are committing a criminal offense, and you may be arrested. Police liaisons even told protesters they would be pushed out by tomorrow. Now, meanwhile, Trudeau's authoritarian tactics have sparked a massive backlash abroad and at home. In fact, today, Trudeau was taken to task on the floor of Parliament, where he let his true colors fly.
If Canadians are to trust their government needs to trust Canadians. Those are the words of the Prime Minister in 2015. These people, very often misogynistic, racist, women haters, science deniers, the fringe. Same Prime Minister 6 years later as he fans the flames of an unjustified national emergency.
Conservative Party members can stand with people who wave swastikas. They can stand with people who wave the Confederate flag. We will choose to stand with Canadians who deserve to be able to get to their jobs and who be able to get their lives back.
Now, that courageous member of Parliament you just saw, Melissa Lantsman, joins me now. MP Lantsman, thank you for joining us tonight. Now,
thanks for having me.
Tell us what was going through your mind when you heard his reference to swastikas.
Look, this is not a surprise to me. You just said it. This is his true colors. I sit there and watch him divide and wedge and stigmatize Canadians every single day. And today, the rest of Canada saw a G7 Prime Minister go after a Jewish member of Parliament and then walk away and not apologize.
Do you think there is an anti-Semitic element to this, or was it just a slip, a verbal slip?
Well, look, I think that words matter. And if you looked at my inbox in my office and you saw what my staff was looking at, when you accuse somebody of standing with a swastika, you get an influx of people calling you a Nazi, and that's not okay. And he is driving that. He's been driving division in this country since the protest started, since before the protest started, for his political gain. And I think his leadership is in trouble, the country's in trouble, and he's lost control of the situation.
Now, I would like to play now what happened when you did demand the apology from Trudeau. Watch.
I think he owes me an apology. I'd like an apology, and I think he owes an apology to all members of this House.
Now, MP Lantsman, he actually left after insulting you like that. That was his response. Kind of, his run and hide is kind of his trademark at this point. Your reaction?
Yeah, look, he's lost control, and I'll just give your viewers. I can't call that out. There's rules that say that I can't call that out.
Okay.
But he is not, like, he was not there. He has not apologized, and I expect an apology. I got to tell you, Canada is the best country in the world. My parents chose it. I'm a grandchild of Holocaust survivors. And to watch what is happening and what the Prime Minister is driving in this country is frankly egregious.
How much hate has been directed at you and others who just believe in free expression and the right to protest, even take away concerns about mandates and the truckers and cross-border traffic? Set that aside. How much hate have you seen out there just directed at you?
Look, I think the division in this country is growing, and it's growing because of the Prime Minister's rhetoric on this. We've got an urban-rural divide. We've got an east-west divide, and that's being wedged by the Prime Minister. I'm the party's transport critic, so we've been calling to an end to these mandates, particularly the cross-border trucking mandate, since earlier this year. We've got one of the highest vaccination rates, and we also have we are the country with the highest, most draconian restrictions. So if he wants to end this today, he could have done that 19 days ago before putting forward a national emergency that is not justified. He could have gone out and talked to people rather than calling them racist and misogynist, and we could have put an end to this. He can drop the mandates and he can drop the restrictions today, and I think that we will have a much more cohesive country.
MP Lantsman, thank you very much for joining us tonight and being a leader in your country at this point. Now, the media is no longer content with just vilifying the Freedom Convoy. Oh, no. They're now using hacked fundraising information to name and shame their donors. Podcaster Sagar and Jetty obtained an email request from the Washington Post